So obviously, dealing with pain, everyone I think can sympathize and we've all felt that in some capacity. How were you able to turn your pain into purpose though? Because a lot of people deal with losses of loved ones or just friends and they don't turn it into an event. Let me
Nah,
tell you that,
absolutely not.
right? So, what were the steps that you had to take to create the Lost Ones Classic?
Um, Great question. I'm just not a funeral type of guy. I don't really do all that. And it's just like the what I how I really started Lost Ones was after Brian Nasty death, where during pandemic I was doing the ones and the twos on live and everything.
Mhm.
And our last event before, people start going back to school and stuff, I lost him after my let out. He got shot and killed at the court that we played on. And I remember the story. I remember the part where I made sure everybody was gone because the last event, I was still playing. I was still playing in my little days. And I remember I made sure everybody was gone because we're in the area that I'm not from. Like we was in the inner city of DC.
Yeah.
And I made sure everybody else was gone, but Brian and a couple other folks, they were still on the court because the lights don't cut off. And I remember y'all good. And he's like, yeah, yeah, we straight meal. Go ahead, go. And then soon I left the hill, I just heard, a couple gunshots. And then that's when we lost them. So that I just, I could have went into a dark place, et cetera. But I was just like, you know what? Let me create something. Let me create something. And it was his lost ones. And I had it in my notes for like months until July 2021. I was like, let me just do this. Let me just plant the seed. Let me see how people, are they gonna fuck with it or not? And they did. And that's when I knew after year one, I was like, all right, I got something in my hands that not only that just, I would say like build me up, but it's like, nah, like it's always a we thing with me with lost ones. Like it's never a I thing, like because it's many people. I can't get the players that play in lost ones
By
without,
yourself.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
without the help of Lamar's side, Troy's side, it goes on. So
So you would say you manifested this.
I did.
You
I
did.
really did.
Okay.
I really did.
That's beautiful. So you talked about it a little bit. How do you vet the people that you bring on? Because you've had some big names, right? You mentioned Dickerson.
Yeah.
Um, you've
Najee
had some other big
Marshall,
names. Yeah, Najee's playing for the Mavs right now. So
facts.
how are you getting those big names to play in this classic?
I would say just the organic love. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really reach out to the players, be like, yo, I need you to play. Like they just it's just all cause of I'll say not cause of me, but they just love who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't play in somebody's shit that I don't really rock with or this and that. Cause for what? You know what I'm saying? Are you just using me or whatever? But they
Mhm.
feel the love and they just seeing me on Instagram and just talking to me. They know like all right, Mill's a genuine individual. So it's like, and we see the message and we see how hard he goes with this. I'm gonna show out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pop out one time
Mhm.
and it's been a blessing. And they came out during the trial years, which is crazy.
Huge. Yeah.
Huge, you
So you
feel me?
talked about the message. Now I got my notes, okay? So the what do you say? Like the slogan, right? It's one event, one day, one celebration. That's
Yeah,
what you have on the website.
yeah,
You still going by that? It's
absolutely.
beautiful. It touched me. But what does it mean to you? Because everyone has their own interpretation of what that would mean. But for you, what does that mean?
Um, First year was, one day. Second year was one day. Third year, I got carried away, got a little bit big headed, and I was like, let me do 2 days of the games. Like, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me do 2 days, this and that. And it just, like I said, it just went away from the message.
Mhm.
So year four, this past summer, it was that and back to the basics. I went back to the basics. One day of games. You know what I'm saying? Let Friday, Saturday be the festivities, like the nightclub party or brunch, something like that. But Sunday, that's only the games. Like, so I decided to do 2 games year three, two
Mhm.
days of games.
Mhm.
Ain't
Mhm.
nah.
No, you're going to
Mm.
step away from that?
Yeah, we
Okay.
we ain't doing that no more.
What about it? Like, obviously, like with any business, there are like the lows, the highs and the lows, right?
Mhm.
So, what would you say are like your biggest milestones, like those high points so far? Because it's still new.
Uh,
Off the top of your memory, because obviously it's
Shit,
probably,
this
yeah,
year,
this summer.
this summer went crazy, went
Yeah,
viral. Like,
yeah,
shout out to Cam Newton picked up on us
yeah.
and Twitter. When you go viral on Twitter, it just go crazy. So we
Hmm.
went dumb on Twitter, went over like 7 million on that particular part of the main event game,
Yeah.
and it wasn't no layup, it wasn't no dunk. It was just showing the litness of the
The
event.
event.
You feel
Yeah.
me? So
Yeah.
just all of the big, platforms picked up on it, and now we got people behind it that is like, all right, we see the vision, and it's like that. You get endless mail, endless interest letters, and you get that first big offer, and I
Hmm.
feel as though like
This summer was our first big offer.
absolutely,
Yeah. So, what do you feel like, obviously through Twitter, it's and social media in general, right? It's not a long form platform like this, right? So, being able to do podcasts, this isn't your first one, mind you. Let me tell everybody, he's been doing podcasts. I've been watching him. Being able to, tell the message in a long form way. For those people who don't know, what do you need them to know about Lost Ones that they maybe already don't?
it's not just basketball. Like, shout out to my fashion folks, my singing, rapping folks, all of that. I want to, collaborate everybody.
Hmm.
So this year, I don't want to speak too much on it. We're gonna let it show.
Hmm.
But it's gonna show that Lost Ones ain't just basketball.
Hmm.
Like it's really everyone for real. So that's my biggest thing that people don't really know. It's like we're really about to gravitate everyone officially. So
Mhm. Just creating like that unity throughout
absolutely
everyone. It's not just sports,
not
but
just
like the
sports.
intersection of sports through everything.